Meet Sarah. She studies just 25 minutes a day, sleeps like a baby, hangs out with friends all the time, and gets straight A's without breaking a sweat. She spends her study time doing practice problems and explaining stuff to her little brother. Now, meet Jake. He studies for 5 hours every single day, drinks coffee like it's water, hasn't seen his friends in weeks, and barely passes his tests. He colors everything with highlighters and reads the same pages over and over until his eyes hurt. What's the crazy difference between them? It's not that Sarah is smarter. It's not that Jake isn't trying hard enough. It's not even that Sarah got lucky. The secret is how they study, not how long they study. But wait, before we go any further, I want you to do something. Think about how you study right now and give it a score from 1 to 10. Got your number? Keep it in your head. By the end of this video, I bet you'll want to change that score completely. And here's the best part. I'm going to show you the exact study trick that took me from failing tests to becoming the top student in my class. The night everything changed. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. in my tiny bedroom, energy drink cans everywhere, books stacked up like towers. I'd been studying for 14 hours straight for my biggest test ever. I was doing everything everyone told me to do, making my notes look pretty with different colored pens, reading every single page 3 times, highlighting so much that my textbook looked like a rainbow exploded on it. But you know what? Something felt really wrong. Even after all those hours, it was like my brain was made of Swiss cheese. Everything just fell right through the holes. That night changed my whole life. Not because I passed the test, I actually failed it badly. But failing made me realize something shocking. I had no idea how to study the right way. The big lie we all believe. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. We've all been tricked into thinking that studying harder means studying longer. You know you're trapped when you spend more time picking which highlighter color to use than actually learning anything. Or when you make the perfect study playlist but forget to actually study while listening to it. It's like thinking that the more you eat, the stronger you get. But if you eat junk food all day, you just get sick, right? The scary truth about your brain. Schools tell us lies like study for 3 hours or read the whole chapter twice. But here's what they don't tell you. Your brain isn't like a computer that just saves everything you put in it. Your brain is more like a muscle at the gym. If you work it too hard for too long, it gets tired and stops working. But if you train it the right way, it gets super strong. The simple math that changed everything. Let me show you a math trick that will blow your mind. Real learning equals how much you study, x how much you remember. Imagine 2 kids. One studies for 6 hours but only remembers 5% of what they learned. The other studies for just 1 hour but remembers 60% of everything. The first kid wasted 5 hours and 42 minutes. The second kid learned more in way less time. If you study for 6 hours but only remember 5%, you basically only studied for 18 minutes. But if you study for 1 hour and remember 60%, you got 36 minutes of real learning. That's twice as much. The crazy thing that happened when I studied less. When I started studying less, something magical happened. My grades went from terrible to amazing. Here's exactly what I did differently. Before, I would read my textbook like a story, color everything yellow, and copy my notes over and over like a robot. Then I'd forget everything the next day. After, I started doing practice questions, explaining things to my mom, and connecting ideas like puzzle pieces. Suddenly, I remembered 80% of everything instead of just 10%. It's like the difference between trying to fill a bucket with holes in it versus fixing the holes first. Once you fix the holes, the water stays in. The secret formula that actually works. Ready for the game-changing study plan? Here it is. Study in bite-sized pieces, 30 to 45 minutes per subject, then take a break. Test yourself first. Before you study, try to remember what you already know. Find your weak spots. Spend most of your time on the hard stuff, not the easy stuff. Make it active.
Answer questions, explain things out loud, use flashcards, connect the dots, link new ideas to things you already know. Review before sleep. Your brain does magic work while you're dreaming. The big question. Remember that number you gave your study habits at the beginning? Do you still think it deserves that score? If your answer changed, that means you're ready to study smarter, not harder. The best part? You'll have more time for friends, sleep, and actually enjoying life while getting better grades than ever before. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into these study secrets.